When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Dobbs. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Off the play fake on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Just a few games remaining. They're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal. You still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He wants to change this route. They'll try the outside to the left. Shakes off the defender. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
He'll try it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Throwing right. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option, you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Finds his big tight end. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because...
Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking for room. It's Young. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give out of the gun. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Gets it to him on the screen. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in a hurry up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The play action fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now
looking deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And you could see.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Makes the catch. It's Perry. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Looking to throw for it. The throw. Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive. And now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds a man on the right. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Looking downfield on first down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Lost to throw again. Finds his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them.
He wants to go deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag here.
No, they just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Runs through a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Young. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Running through contact. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Give him 109 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle.
Nebraska, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense.
Gonna let it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
If It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Seems as if he has reservations for 6 every time he touches the ball.
What is that? That's 3 already, I think, for him in the first half. So great start. I keep feeding him, I think. He's doing okay.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Young. There he goes. Bounding over the top. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Huskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. Working on the right. Oh, a lot of space. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, we know this offense can score points in a variety of ways. You saw it in the first half, and here we go in the second half. They're explosive. They've got playmakers all over the field, and they waste no time putting up another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Gets away from one, finds room. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Handoff to the single running back. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the big fella to the corner. Flying down the right side. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks that have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Wide receiver comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, he's got some space. Bulldozes his way through. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
He'll let it go to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. Smashes through the tackle. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Flicks it out of the air. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Virginia. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Off the boot, looking for his man. Caught over the middle. It's Rhodes. Turning it on. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Got it in the middle. It's Perry. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Husker!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking downfield on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. Runs through the tackle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. It's a draw. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Scanning the field, it's King. There's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Past the first down marker and still running. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. So after feeling like they were in all kinds of trouble, now they'll come to the line first down and plus territory. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Gets it out quickly. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a